I've put every Super Bowl winning franchise in NFL history on a map to see which one stands above the rest. We've got 20 champions in total, and each will be represented by at least 4 members of their most recent Super Bowl winning roster. In addition, those 4+ Super Bowl champs will be joined by the best players in the franchise's history. For example, Peyton Manning will be slinging to his fellow Super Bowl 41 champ Marvin Harrison, but also handing the rock off to Jonathan Taylor. Step 1 is to spin the wheel of NFL Super Bowl winning teams to get our first attacking franchise, and why not, the most recent champ, the Kansas City Chiefs. Step 2, we've got to figure out which way the Chiefs will be attacking on our America map, our map of America. You know what I'm saying. Oh my gosh, I literally couldn't have scripted this any more epically. We are losing a heavyweight out the gates as Southwest from Kansas City is into Dallas. Come on, man. The Chiefs have won 3 total Super Bowls in their history. Of course, most recently Super Bowl 57, led by Pat Mahomes, Travis Kelce. While the Cowboys, one of the most historic franchises in NFL history, 5-time Super Bowl champs, but most recently Super Bowl 30, a long time ago, led by Troy Aikman, Emmitt Smith, Michael Irvin, and of course, quick shout out to the OG of Imperialism videos, Dean's World. What a legend, man. Check him out. What a banger matchup to get things going. Pat Mahomes from the shotgun, 2nd and 2 for the Chiefs. Jamal got stuffed. Okay. I mean, there's so much star power all around. It's just super fun to watch these kind of matchups. They're going to, is that Okoye breaking one outside? My word, the Chiefs are cooking. Travis Kelce in motion. You know that's always deadly. Okay, finally, play action. That big run from Okoye sets it up, and that's going to be a touchdown. Mahomes with a dot to Otis Taylor. In 3 plays, they've scored. Oh no, Dallas. After a pair of field goals to answer from Dallas, the Christian Okoye show got going for Kansas City as he ran for a touchdown in the 2nd quarter, ran for another in the 3rd quarter. A Jason Witten TD would bring the Cowboys back to within 5, but in the 4th quarter, Okoye went for the hat trick to put his Chiefs up big. A late Drew Pearson TD had Dallas within spitting distance with under 30 seconds left. Come on, Andy Reid, you gotta dial up a pass here. Just let Mahomes end this game. The fake end around. Okoye started this game, and he just finished it right there with that first. And you know what? The Cowboys did hang tough, but the Chiefs in the current era, man, you knew they'd be tough to beat, and they escaped with a 5-point win. But yeah, the story of this game, Christian Okoye, 74 yards on the ground is nice, but 2 rushing TDs, another 34 yards, and a TD through the air as well. He dominated. And the first move of our video is a big one as the Chiefs take over all of Texas, and just for good measure, I'll throw their logo there. Yeah. Oh yeah, beautiful. Also, each of our winning teams gets to steal a player from the team they just beat, which in this case means a little boost to the Chiefs defensive line. Ed Too Tall Jones, let's go. And now that we know how we're rolling through this video, let's start knocking off some more Super Bowl champs, the Denver Broncos, who will be heading in the direction of, as I stall for the compass, north. And because there's only one team north of the Broncos, and it was pointing slightly northwest, yeah, we got a Super Bowl 48 rematch, the Russell Wilson Bowl. Denver's a 3-time Super Bowl champ, their most recent Super Bowl 50, Von Miller, Aqib Talib, a bunch of studs on that defense. And yeah, Seattle's won just the one Super Bowl. It was against the Broncos, Super Bowl 48, led of course by the Legion of Boom. And yep, fortunately for Bronco fans, Russell Wilson is back on Seattle with some of his Super Bowl winning teammates, including Marshawn Lynch, whom he hands off to, and Marshawn gashes for a first down. He's still on his feet, baby. Seattle would convert on that first drive, a Joey Galloway touchdown to grab an early lead, but after the Broncos went up double digits in the 2nd quarter, they put an early nail in the coffin. Vance Johnson, a 46-yard touchdown pass from John Elway, and it was curtains from there, folks. An 18-point victory for the Broncos, getting some revenge for that Super Bowl blowout from about a decade ago. And not quite as much landmass as the Chiefs acquired, but Denver's on the move. They also steal Hall of Fame left tackle Walter Jones from Seattle. The legendary franchises kept coming as the wheel gave us Green Bay, the compass sent us west, slightly south into Las Vegas, baby, Raiders Nation. The 4-time Super Bowl champion Packers, most recently Super Bowl 45, led by, of course, Aaron Rodgers. And it's been a minute for the Raiders franchise, who are 3-time Super Bowl champs, most recently Super Bowl 18, not very recent. Jim Plunkett, Howie Long, and crew led the way. Green Bay already starting to march with their first possession. I was curious whether Favre or Rodgers would get the start. They're both 99 overall. It is Aaron back there, dropping back, slinging off his back foot to Donald Driver. Yeah, they're cruising. Wait, that's my bad. I got the wrong number 88. It was actually Jermichael Finley. I think Donald Driver's number 88 as well. Anyways, Amon Green stuffed in the backfield. After a promising drive for both teams to start the game, we're 3-3. That's kind of lackluster. As indicated by that early 3-3 tie, you knew this game would be close, and it's tied just after the 2-minute warning in the 4th quarter. quarter. Let's go. But it is the Packers in firm control after the 2-minute warning. Both teams have all 3 timeouts, but obviously Green Bay in scoring position as Amon Green gets stuffed. The Raiders electing not to use their timeouts yet, which is interesting. Again, Green Bay is in field goal position for Mason Crosby. They're going to run it. Aaron Jones has a seam all the way to the end zone. What? Potentially the final play of the game. All right, 4th and 19. It is not looking good. Ken Stabler from the pocket, throwing off his back foot. Who do you think you... Oh, that pass was caught, but he was out of bounds. And we are officially cooking with gas as Green Bay enters Nevada. Goodbye, Raiders. And they didn't specifically need running back help, but come on. We all want to see 99 Bo Jackson carry on in this video. And we'd carry on in the video back to the wheel, which gave us Indianapolis, sending them southeast, which is down to Florida, to where I called the Tampa Bay Buccaneers territory. The Colts franchise has won 2 Super Bowls, most recently number 41, led by the receiving duo of Marvin Harrison, Reggie Wayne, and of course with Peyton Manning. Tampa Bay, meanwhile, a pair of Super Bowls themselves, most recently Super Bowl 55, Mike Evans, Chris Godwin. Speaking of all-time receiving duos, and yes, this feels like the appropriate time to mention all players are only on one team, so yeah, no Tom Brady on the Bucs because he was pretty important for another team, I think you know. And I'll be honest, in a true shock to me, even without Tom Brady, the Bucs were dueling Indianapolis in the clutch. They've taken a lead. The Bucs just got to bend, but do not break. And you know, if they do break, just don't break on the 2-point oh my, Peyton's going for it all. That could have been picked off. Just outside the red zone, I'm not sure why Peyton is throwing off his back foot an interceptable ball, but go off, King. And there it is, right up the seam. Reggie Wayne, I called him out in the intro. Yeah, he's a stud. The Bucs did nothing with their remaining time on the clock, meaning we went to OT for the first time. 3rd and 6, play of the game right here. Tampa Bay lock in. Nope. Wait, Reggie, do they give him no, 4th and 2. Yes, and the Colts have some balls, baby. I was worried they were going to kick the field goal. Nah, they are going for it. They are trusting arguably. Wait, no, they're not trusting arguably the greatest QB ever. I mean, maybe Peyton audible to that in the moment, but Edger and James, a clutch first down. They're going back to him, and that's going to be game. But little did I know in the moment, I had been bamboozled. Oh, you know what it is? These are overtime rules. Dude, I was thinking the OT rules for playing that. I thought, wow. 2 more stops for the Colts, and they've even got the win. Playoff OT rules. That's Mike Evans, though. After taking a sack, then missing what looked like an open receiver, the Bucs were in trouble. As Doug Williams and the boys face a 4th and 18 from the Colts 42. This is probably the game, but you never know. We could get a miracle. Doug Williams standing in there firm. He's going, yeah, what was that? Yeah, even with all those all-pro, potentially Hall of Fame wide receivers, Doug Williams missed by a mile, and the Colts held on to win. The Colts will also be holding on to the legendary Derek Brooks. After losing one Florida team, the wheel would put the other one up for grabs as we landed on Miami, sending them west, which I took to mean into Texas, which is now Kansas City territory. It's been a minute for Miami, 2-time Super Bowl champs in their history. Super Bowl 8 was their last one, led by Larry Csonka and a bunch of really old dudes. And oh my gosh, those old dudes were giving Kansas City all they could handle. It's a 1-point game late in the 4th. 2 legendary QBs duking it out. Does Dan Marino have any magic left? They elect not to use their first timeout. Fair enough, but Dan, you got to get slinging, my boy. Show the young man Pat Mahomes how it's done. That's not a lot either. It comes down to this, baby. Dan Marino, where's the magic? Where's the legendary? Man, he gets picked off. No, I mean, at least he was going for it, I suppose, but wow, what a play. And the Chiefs do improve to 2-0 in the video, taking over their second bit of new real estate thanks to a legendary performance from Patrick Mahomes. And evidently this Chiefs team needs more help on defense after surrendering 37 points, so Sam Madison joins the fold. We'd get another first timer as the wheel landed on the Baltimore Ravens. The compass said to send them southeast, which is technically into Washington Commanders territory. It's a little bit tight in that region. Oh, also I'm Canadian, so don't judge me on my map of the US. It's close enough, okay? The Ravens franchise has won 2 Super Bowls, most recently Super Bowl 47, led by an incredible run by Joe Flacco. While their opponent, the Washington football franchise, will call them 3-time Super Bowl champs way back in Super Bowl 24, led by Art Monk, was their last one. And with Joe Flacco providing leadership from the sideline, this game was all Lamar Jackson and the Baltimore Ravens. Lamar ran for a touchdown, threw threw for 2. It was dominant. 37-21 your final score. Baltimore advances. It's not a huge amount of real estate, but Baltimore does expand. And I couldn't pass up the chance to put Sean Taylor on the Ravens with Ed Reed. You got to get him out on the field at the same time. I don't even care. As we drew closer to the halfway point in this video, we'd land on Kansas City for their 3rd game, sending them south, slightly west, which from original Missouri took them into Louisiana to face the Saints. Just the one Super Bowl for the Saints franchise. It was Super Bowl 44, led of course by Drew Brees under center. And once again, the Chiefs defense was letting them down as they surrendered 42 points into the 4th quarter. This game isn't over yet. I saw this coming, the foreshadowing of the Chiefs defense letting them down. This is not real life. What am I seeing? Deuce McAllister just won this game for New Orleans. I mean, it's probably over, right? They look to be the early favorite, but nope. Say goodbye, Kansas City. It's New Orleans gold now. The Saints steal a new wide receiver 1, Tyreek Hill, and we'd see the Saints again as the wheel landed on da Bears. We'd send them west, which is into New Orleans Saints territory. Sure, the Bears franchise just a single Super Bowl win. It was historic though. Super Bowl 20 led by Sweetness, Walter Payton, and an incredible defense. And while the 85 Bears defense was their calling card today, it was all offense. The Saints simply couldn't catch up. A 17-point win, and this game was really all about Walter Payton. 135 yards, 2 TDs. Wow. And for the 2nd game in a row, the biggest chunk of landmass on our map goes to a new team, Chicago. Welcome. And welcome to Chicago. Drew Brees, a 99 QB added to this Bears roster. Wow. Our next matchup was music to my ears as the wheel landed on Denver again. The compass sent them southeast into Texas, which again is now Bears territory. I say this matchup is great because we get to decide which orange team will remain on our map. It was getting to be a little too much. We've already seen both these teams in action already, but the Bears now with Drew Brees, the Broncos with their pickups. This will be a good one. This game was wildly back and forth. Again, Vance Johnson for the Broncos made a huge play catching a TD just before half to cut the Bears lead to 4. And in the second half, Terrell Davis took over for the Broncos, giving Denver a lead which they would never give back. And the Bears did score a late touchdown, Mike Ditka actually, to bring it to within 3, but it was too little too late. GG Denver. And I tried to warn you all, there could only be one orange team as once again Texas and all that landmass changes hands. Can the Broncos keep it for a little bit? The Broncos shore up their defense a little bit with the legendary Richard Dent from Chicago. And our next spin would finally take us to the true northeast of the USA, the Philadelphia Eagles. They'd be heading south into Baltimore Ravens territory, who we've already seen. The Eagles franchise, as most of us know, Super Bowl 52, their lone win led by Zach Ertz, Jason Kelsey. Let's do it. And we're joining this game with 30 seconds left. The Eagles holding on, the Ravens in position. They need a touchdown. They've got time. They've got timeouts, but that was a check down. I need Lamar to do something special here. At least get your Ravens close. I mean, I know that doesn't really mean anything, but stop checking that you dropped the pass. Really? My point is, I can see the Ravens losing this game, but I don't want to. He went to the end zone. Okay. I don't like to see Lamar checking down in the clutch, but that throw was nowhere close. Should have been picked off. I don't know what to expect. 4th and 9. This is the game. Either the Ravens convert or the Eagles walk away with some new territory. Lamar, what? Where are you? What? And that's the first real step to figuring out the Northeast. And that's a much needed anchor added to the middle of the Eagles defense. And at this point, we had just 10 teams left on the wheel. We'd land for the first time on the New York Jets. The compass would send them due east, and there's only one team over there, baby. The New England Patriots. The New York Jets with their lone Super Bowl win coming back in Super Bowl 3 led by Joe Namath. Yeah. While we all know the story of the Patriots, 6-time Super Bowl champ, Super Bowl 53 was their most recent. Tom Brady. Ever heard of him? And unfortunately, in a tale as old as time in the AFC East, this matchup was dominated by Tom Brady. I'm so sorry, Jets fans. 34-26 the final. The Jets at least made it respectable with a late touchdown, and it's officially a sad day in America as the Patriots start their march to greatness. Darrelle Revis returns home to the Patriots. We'd stick in the northeast region of the states when the wheel gave us the Steelers, but in sending them southwest, they were off for a long-distance matchup with Denver. The Steelers franchise are 6-time champions, most recently Super Bowl 43, led by Troy Polamalu and Ben Roethlisberger. It won't be Big Ben under center, though, for the gold and black, as Terry Bradshaw gets the nod. I mean, fair enough, he's 94 overall, and he's getting the game started with a first down. And now 1st and 10 within the red zone. Terry might be leading the Steelers to a perfect start. Franco Harris toting the rock. He fumbles. What? What crazy timing that I'd be watching that. And I thought Pittsburgh was going to get off to a quick start, but apparently not. It's back to John Elway, TD, and the boys. Can they get something cooking here out the gates? Elway rolling out, throwing across his body. That is dumb. Fortunately, those dumb decisions were few and far between for Elway and the Broncos, who cruised to a pretty easy touchdown victory. Just like that, Denver's territory is nearly reaching coast to coast, and their defense about to be going coast to coast. 99 James Harrison, right outside linebacker. That didn't really make sense, but let's move on. Just 8 teams remained on our wheel when we'd finally land on the San Francisco 49ers. The compass would do us a solid, sending them south, meaning we get to figure out California right here. The 49ers are 5-time champs in their history, most recently Super Bowl 29. It was a while ago, but Steve Young, Jerry Rice, and Deion Sanders, that is a roster. Meanwhile, the Rams won their second Super Bowl just a couple years ago, Super Bowl 56, led by Cooper Kupp, Aaron Donald, a loaded defense. But here we are just after the 2-minute warning, the 49ers in prime position to tie this game up. It's actually Joe Montana at QB, and he's got a crossing route to Kittle. That's a good start. The Rams defense is elite. They've got so many weapons, but I'm not sure. Can they get one more stop? Only 17 points allowed this game. That's the flats, and that's a touchdown. Way too easy, man. I thought for sure we were heading for OT, but Kurt Warner was dealing when the Rams got the ball back, and in the blink of an eye, they were into field goal position. Wow, I did not think I needed to watch the last few plays, but apparently I was wrong. I think they're just grinding the clock. Yeah, with Marshall Faulk, they're going to go for a field goal for the win. I see you. In fact, here it is. The kicker's been requisitely iced. The Rams going for the win. The kick is up, and it is through. In rather dramatic fashion, it is the Rams who now own California. Congrats. They now also own Deion Sanders, who they'll play next to Jalen Ramsey. My gosh. And with that, just 7 Super Bowl champs remain on our wheel. Just a lone first-timer, and we won't get them here. It's the Rams again, and the Rams will be heading in their back-to-back game. They've already got California Northeast. That is right next door, baby, to the former state of Nevada, now owned by the Green Bay Packers. After what was an emotional victory to own the state of California, the Rams were right back at it, and I'm not really sure what to say about this matchup, this game, other than whoops. Yeah, this was a blowout for the Packers. And just like that, California now belongs to the Packers, as does Aaron Donald, even though the Packers maybe didn't even need it. Now, just 6 teams remaining on the wheel. We'd once again get the Patriots, sending them south, which was into new Philadelphia Eagles territory. It's a rematch of Super Bowl 52, and unlike that Super Bowl where both teams put up numbers, only the Eagles managed to find the scoreboard early and often. Keith Jackson had a massive 85-yard TD reception, one of his 3 scores of the day, including the final nail in the coffin late in the 4th. And with 21 seconds left on the clock, I mean, Tom Terrific and the Pats, they're just out here for pride, brother. Yeah, sure, get one more first down. It doesn't matter. Just a one-man show for Keith Jackson, the tight end out of Oklahoma. 6 receptions, 128 yards, 3 TDs. I'll be honest, I did not know who Keith Jackson was, let alone that he was a tight end with that kind of game. Are you serious? It's okay, Patriots fans. You'll always have Super Bowl 39 where you beat the Eagles, and, you know, those 5 other rings too. I couldn't bring myself to put Tom Brady on the Eagles, so 99 Andre Tippett, yeah, he'll do. And with that, 5 teams remaining, 5 Super Bowl champs, we still have a team we haven't seen yet, and we're not going to get them yet. It's the Giants, okay? Spoiler. Maybe the Giants will be forced to play a game here against the Eagles, who are going for a back-to-back game. I don't think so. Southwest of the Eagles is basically the Broncos territory, no matter where you slice it. It could have been up here too. So yeah, Eagles, Broncos, the Giants survive. The Broncos have won 3 games, the Eagles already 2 this video, but who wins the most important matchup yet? Brother, I don't even know how to make this one intense, exciting. I don't know what happened in this. Just take a look at this. In the span of 25 seconds, Deshaun Jackson caught a 33-yard touchdown from Donovan McNabb, then an 88-yard touchdown from Donovan in 25 seconds. John Elway threw one of 2 massive interceptions in this game, and Deshaun Jackson broke it wide open. Just like every other roster, every other team in this video, we know the Eagles are stacked on both sides of the ball. But as they close this game out, I can't help but be shocked at the insane explosiveness of this Philly offense. Keith Jackson with an 85-yard touchdown last game. Deshaun with 2 monster TDs late in the second half in this one to break this game. I mean, it was 21-14 late in the 3rd quarter, and then Deshaun Jackson happened. He actually had 3 touchdowns. Dude, they're getting otherworldly performances. And there you go, in the blink of an eye, Eagles Nation is now coast to coast across America, and low-key, somebody better beat either the Eagles or the Packers. There's way too much green going on right now. The rich get richer as TD joins Philly, and our first first blue-colored team with a chance to take over the map, the Indianapolis Colts, heading south, which is pretty much into Philly's territory. Sure, why not? We haven't seen the Colts in this video in a good minute, but led by Peyton Manning, they are stacked. Can they dethrone the king? No need to recap or show highlights. It's a 7-point game, under 3 minutes left. The Eagles looking to tie with a touchdown. They are driving, but they're short of a first down. This is the Eagles' time, though. They need to answer. McNabb, lots of time in the pocket. Surveys, I don't know what I just said, but he completes a big first down. We'll see if Deshaun has another big play in him. That's a deep pass across the middle. That's not Deshaun, but it's a first down. Nick Sirianni's really trying to make Deshaun Jackson the hero in a second straight game, and honestly, I kind of feel it. They should have ran that ball. Never mind. How was that not picked off? That felt like a really bad pass, but okay. And just like that, we're into OT. The Colts are in the red zone. They're going to score here, right? Like, no way the Eagles hold them 4 straight times. Edgerrin James, well, he gets stopped up. As now we switch sides of the field for no particular reason. I think Madden glitches a bit when you get to OT as Edgerrin gets stuffed again. There you go. Edgerrin is in, meaning the Colts take a touchdown lead. The game's not over. And just like that, all of a sudden, we are at potentially the end of the game. Donovan McNabb dropping back. He's going for a big chunk play, and he's got it. Who, 82? Is that key? It's quick. 3rd and 3. Come on, Indianapolis. I mean, I'm not really rooting for them, but I want to see a defensive stop to... Never mind. Let me just shut up. There was no defense there. Now it's 3rd and 6 near midfield for the Colts, who are looking to go back ahead with a touchdown here. Peyton's in trouble. That's bad. Okay, this is chaos. So the Colts had to punt the ball back to the Eagles, who are looking to drive down and get at least a field goal, but there's only a minute remaining, and Philly only has 1 timeout. They're running the read option with Donovan, and okay, it worked. First down. The Colts just need to not break. I'm so worried for the Colts right now. Ooh, that could have been picked. He broke a tackle. Who is that? Is that Carmichael? Oh my word, he's going to the house. He's done it. A walk-off tutty for Harold Carmichael. Wow. Donovan McNabb and the Eagles have now beat Tom Brady and the Pats, plus Peyton and the Colts. There's only a couple teams standing in their way. The Eagles have gotten all sorts of great performances in the clutch from their wide receivers, but why not add a 99 to the fold? And our very last spin of the video, do the Giants get a pass all the way? No, they do not. They will have to play a game before our final Super Bowl matchup. And which way will the Giants be going? I'm not sure if they'll be able to avoid playing the Eagles. Wait a minute. Due West in their debut? Yes, they will avoid the Eagles and potentially keep us from having a green-on-green final Super Bowl matchup. I love it. At long last, we've got the Giants, who have won 4 chips in their franchise history, most recently Super Bowl 46, led by, of course, Eli Manning. Okay, Giants fans, I am officially sorry, but looks like you could have played a few more games, probably could have used a couple more upgrades along the way. 31-0. Yeah, that just happened, unfortunately. I've made the long-awaited overdue decision to change the Eagles colors to more of a bluish hue so we can distinguish their territory from the Packers, because we've got our final matchup of the video. In our final battle of Super Bowl champs, we've got just 2 teams remaining. On one side, the legendary Green Bay Packers, including 99 Sam Huff, who they just stole from the Giants. And on the other side, the Philadelphia Eagles, featuring Ray Lewis, Andre Tippett, a bunch of clutch acquisitions, Marvin Harrison, and let's face it, they've been clutch in winning their games. Some huge performances based solely on the fact that they've won so many games and acquired a number of 99 overalls. My money is on the Eagles here, but at the end of the day, I really just hope we get a close game. The Packers got off to a great start. Aaron Rodgers had 3 touchdown passes in the first half alone, including one to Jermichael Finley to go up 13 into halftime. But in the fourth quarter, to flip the script, the Eagles did what the Eagles do. Deshaun Jackson, a massive touchdown grab, 70+ yards. You'll love to see it. And we joined this game with under 5 minutes remaining. 3rd and 4, the Eagles driving. They're still down 6. They are in Packers territory, so I guess they can settle for a field goal. What? No, that's a pick 6. Wait, never mind. Donovan McNabb is really fast. He just saved it. Wow, I did not see that coming. So if Green Bay kicks a field goal, they're up 9. If they kill clock before, yeah, this is their game to win. Again, a running back going, okay, not even a first down. I feel like running backs have been the super-powered, unstoppable forces. Amon Green with 8 yards. He's got the ball again. He's going to get that first down yardage and then some. Even though they're going a bit quick, I think a touchdown does finish this game if the Packers manage to score it. It's Aaron Jones putting away another game. He did that earlier too. That is so clutch, man. If I would have bet on this game, from what I said a few seconds ago, I definitely would have been wrong. I thought the Eagles had this with all their upgrades, but it is not meant to be, as the Green Bay Packers remain stealthy contenders and eventually made their move, taking over the U.S. USA becoming the last Super Bowl champion standing. If you enjoyed this video, yeah, please subscribe to my channel. I will probably make a few more videos that are kind of like this one and just a lot of fun.